I Don't Get It
Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. Guess what? Guess what, guys?
What?
We have fucking video now. And I want to go on a rampage.
We have a fucking video. That's what we have.
I want to go on a fucking rampage. We started our podcast. What year did we start our podcast?
2006.
2017, I think.
No, I think
How many
it was
was that?
16.
5 years ago? Wow, we're horrible at this. The point is that I loved the intimacy of like someone just hearing my voice, right? Because all three of us do like social media stuff. We're on camera.
Did you say you love hearing the sound of your voice?
No, I'm
No,
saying
so
like
the
I love
intimacy.
the
Oh, okay.
intimacy
Okay.
of podcasts, how it was just vocal.
Yeah.
You know, there was
It's
no
what
video
lured everyone
to it.
in.
Yeah,
Like you
there's no
just have to walk around and listen.
Right. There's no self-consciousness to it. Like you're not looking at yourself. And so for the past, 5 years, 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 5-6 years, me, Ashley, and Lauren have, we've just been sharing our lives with you guys on this podcast, voice only. And then now everyone and their mom and their Ant Farm has a podcast now. And everyone uploads video. So our podcast network was like, all right, we got to see video. And it's so fucking annoying to me.
Wait,
No.
what?
It is annoying.
We
to me.
wanted this.
No, it's great, but we wanted this because everyone else has video now. And now we have to have video.
I like it because that's how I'm a visual person. So I like to watch people, and it's like so much funnier to see someone's face explaining something than just hearing someone. You get to know the person so much better.
You want to see me look like the Virgin Mary with this like flower arrangement behind me?
That's what you wore for Halloween. So
Now everybody gets to see how delightful looking we are when we record this podcast.
yeah,
But I probably will. Should I put makeup on when we do this podcast from now on?
no, we
should I
do
look
whatever you
cute?
want. No,
I feel like we should no.
That's what I hate about it. That's why I hate this video element. But here we are. And I'm sure I'll love it tomorrow.
I think everyone's gonna love it, and I love it. You guys are getting a great look at my mother's kitchen right now.
This is like the most 90s shit ever.
If you want to see the tried and true early to mid 90s decor, there are so many chickens, so many faces in this place where we eat a lot of chicken, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. Also, speaking of that, I was thinking today, this is not an original thought, but we eat like beef. We eat like ribeye. We eat bacon, ham, all this stuff. And like we say all these words to make us feel better about not eating a cow and a
this
pig.
all the time.
But chicken's just chicken because no one gives a fuck.
That's so funny.
And I own
no,
and I was
What about
poultry
turkey too, Lauren? Turkey.
No, poultry.
yeah, but that's like the
poultry
broad
is
spectrum.
all over bird. That's like turkey
All over bird.
and chicken.
yeah, so there's a word for it. Poultry.
I guess there is, but like you say, I'm gonna have a chicken breast. Like I'm gonna have a cow's butt. Like we don't say that.
Mom used to say, "I'm gonna make a rump roast."
A rump roast, yeah,
A
but there's
rump
still no name of the
roast.
animal, really.
That's so true. Lauren,
I know.
you're always coming up with the fire. I don't get it. So
Well, that was my I don't get it.
bacon.
Oh, bacon, yeah.
Yeah, I
Bacon isn't
remember
a
saying
part of
this.
the pig, right?
I don't know what part it is.
This is what I said to my dad, when I would go through my phases of not eating meat or certain kinds of meat, which I mostly would stay away from pig because I feel bad for pigs the most because they're so intelligent. And my dad, I would be like, yeah, I'm not eating pig. He goes, you're not eating pork? I'm like, no, Dad, I'm not eating pig.
Oh, yeah, okay, so Dad's being dummy. Yeah, it's
but
like, no, I'm
he's
the
just
whole animal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to where you are, Lauren, because the fact that we have a visual now this is maybe why I love video, is like, why did people have computers in their kitchens in the 2000s? Like, why was that a thing?
Yeah, because it was a family computer. It was the family computer and everyone was on it.
But why was it in the kitchen? Like, I still have friends back home in Boca.
Yeah.
But and I go to their parents' house and their computer is still in the kitchen. And I'm like, what was the purpose? Why did we
I
put
to look at
wanna know?
recipes? I don't know.
There was
Recipes?
recipes was definitely a thing. You're like, oh my
yeah.
gosh, a computer there so I can look at recipes? He goes, you didn't have phones to look at computers on.
That's so true. But Andrea, our producer, goes, that little chef in the background is in every home in New Jersey.
Yep. And it says today's menu, and it's never changed.
Can we talk about that? Like, why do you guys have that? Like, what is this, Olive Garden? Like, why do you
my
have
mom
that
is
here?
definitely
Every parent in the 90s dreamed of having an Olive Garden kitchen.
yeah. And so my mom has it. And you know what?
The hens are also like a theme. Chickens and hens, and like it's such a kitchen theme.
Yeah, but guys, as soon as that goes out, or that's been out, right, for like 20 years, and as soon as my mom gets rid of it, you know it's gonna get back in.
The decor?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if a little
happening.
Italian chef guy statue is gonna be back.
Yeah. It's like, ooh, like in 20 years, ooh, a vintage chef you put in your kitchen, you know?
Yes, we will. We will think that's so cute.
Maybe. You guys know Grand Millennial, right? Do you know what Grand Millennial is?
That's like, is that the upper half of millennial? Which I think I'm smack in the middle.
No, it has nothing to do with where you are in the millennial scale. It's it's millennials that are into like grandma stuff.
Oh, so like coastal grandma?
Coastal grandma.
Yeah, kind of like coastal grandma. I feel like all like the chicken stuff is very grand millennial. I remember when I was working at True Hollywood Story, we were doing one on Hulk Hogan, and we went to his ex-wife's home.
Of course, they had chickens all over. She definitely did an Olive Garden kitchen.
Yes, but it was dope. But it was like full on like farm chicken kitchen. It was cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get into it. Maybe I'm just traumatized.
I could do chicken wallpaper.
But the mint green and the old greens are back, you know, wallpaper's back, floral's back, so who knows?
You guys, I have gone from like wanting that just classic 2022 looking house, which I now have, and now I want like something to look like it's from colonial times.
Yeah, because you fucked up, and I was telling you as you were buying it, enough with the gray hardwood.
Great, Lauren, it's not gray hardwood. Thank God it's not gray hardwood.
Yeah, but it was.
The other house was gray hardwood, and yes, it's horrible. And now I understand.
Yeah.
This house is great. This house is great for what it is. It's the perfect size, and I love it very much. But all I'm saying is that I do think that for my future, I see a dark colored colonial, and Jared's out there listening to me, and he's like, "Oh God, she's talking about this again." Because
well, I refuse to move to a house that's not a Victorian.
Well, is that because of ghosts?
No, full on aesthetic. The big wood grand staircase.
Yeah, I want wood. I want like deep dark like deep rich colors, and I don't even want an open concept because like I want it to feel cozy. Like I want the fireplace to like really feel like you like walk into a room and it just like, feels like you are hugged by a room.
Yes. See, things are going to come back around.
No, it doesn't have that style at all, though, because it's so Northeast Coast.
I was
like
just
colonials,
say, I was going to say, I feel like it's all what you grew up with, and it's all nostalgia. Because for me, like you guys know, my house is so many Florida elements. Like it's like Florida meets Africa, and I want like a white couch, like Miami.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I love the Florida coastal style.
Your couch was made to do cocaine on.
That's so true.
It's a Scarface couch.
Have people done it on there? Because I'm not asking firsthand. I'm asking if it was a thrift item or is that new?
Yeah. So my couch is a Vladimir Kagan vintage modular couch from the 70s. I think I got that decade right. He was a designer. I really was
done
into
cocaine on it.
Definitely.
Oh, sure. 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah. There's probably some crazy stories from that couch.
Definitely.
I love it though. But that's like more my style. But now my style's infused with like California houses and like up north and mountains. But what you guys are describing, I would probably never live in. I can appreciate, I don't hate it. I just probably would never live in that style home.
I guess you. Yeah.
It's not me.
I like California style too, but when I think of California style inside, I think of like heavy brown tiles, and I'm not sure what else I think of other than like neutral stuccos and stuff like that, which I like that all too.
Oh, I think of like mid-century modern, like Frank Lloyd Wright, like the Stahl House, like 70s California.
Oh, you think of 70s
a time
vibe.
period.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like that's the thing out here.
That's so like Shannon Tate, California.
Sharon Tate?
Sharon Tate.
I'm like, who's
Sharon. Shannon and Sharon. Come on, you guys are the same name.
Sharon Tate.
We all have that one bra that we wear every day because it's the most comfortable one we own. We get it, like you found it once and you're like, I'll never find it again. This one feels right. So you just continue to wear it and it's dirty and you wash it probably like every 3 weeks if you're clean.
It's literally like a part of you. It's just because it's the most comfortable thing that you're like, this is the one. And it's one that you would even, dare I say, go into the hamper to put on again if you haven't.
100%.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you guys, we don't have to do this anymore because we found a company. It's called Honey Love, and they have actually revolutionized the bra game. So you can like go to a place and find a lot of bras that you like, and then they feel good and they fit. Yeah,
wow.
It's not like a hidden treasure anymore. And they don't have any uncomfortable underwire, but it still gives you that support, which is quite amazing. Their bras are so comfortable. You're not going to actually want to take them off to go to bed. That's pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
I especially love Honey Love because I don't know. You guys know I'm dating now. Like I need a new variety of bras. Do you guys remember like when you were dating and you're like, oh no, like did I wear this underwear the last time he saw me? Like, do I need to switch it up? Is this person going to think I only own 2 pairs of bras? So thanks to Honey Love, I no longer have that issue. And I'm telling you, it's great. It's great. And we're always looking for like a more comfortable bra to try on. And this is the one. They've got you covered for the everyday look, workouts. I mean, weddings even. You need this in your life. You have earned it.
Yeah, and their stuff is designed to lift and separate. It's got molded cups, so it's not like a shelf-like bra that's going to create that uniboob effect.
What's the uniboob effect?
What? You don't have separate boobs, like just one straight across. And you can see that, so you get 2 boobies. Anyways, it's very, 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 very important.
This was like very informative because you could literally play a game of chess between my boobs.
Oh,
how so?
Like I just have so much space. I got a lot.
They're
of
going the other way.
There's a lot of real estate there. I got no uniboob over here.
Anyways, guys, treat yourself to the best shapewear on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com with the code GETIT. Use the code GETIT at honeylove.com. Cinched, snatched, and lifted. It's a hot girl season thanks to Honey Love. Okay, well, moving on from home design. I actually spent a very, very long time watching the Viall Files yesterday with Nick Viall himself, which is pretty crazy. I've never done that before, but I did watch it. And there was a caller who called in and her dilemma was interesting because when I heard the question, I thought, duh, this is the answer. And then he and everyone else there had a very different outlook on it. So I want to know your outlook.
Fun.
Yeah. And I was like, I thought it was an obvious answer, but okay.
Was this Nick's like mediation?
Yeah, it's like Ask Nick.
Yeah.
Okay. Because when I was on Nick's podcast, we debuted the mediation thing that he does. So I don't know if that was it, but I was on the debut episode. Is it when couples call in and they're like, these are our problems, or was different?
No, it was just a girl who called in and it was like a dilemma.
Okay. I think that's just Ask Nick then.
Okay. Just Ask Nick. Okay. So this girl called in and she said, she goes, okay, so I was out with my friend and we're all getting drinks. It was her best friend. And then she saw this guy's name kept popping up on her phone. And then she was like, who's that? She was like, oh, it's just this guy that she has a boyfriend. This girl's a boyfriend. It's just this guy, just friendly, just friendly. And she's like, okay. Anyways, they go back to her house. They're hanging out. And then she was like, what's really going on with this friend? And apparently she slept with this guy. She's been flirting, texting with him, but she lives with her boyfriend. So this best friend now knows that she has been cheating on her boyfriend with this guy. She asked Nick, what do I do? Because we're going on a vacation together. The 2 couples are going on a vacation together.
Oh,
so
God.
One girl knows about the other girl, they're best friends, and now the guys are getting close, and so she wants to know if she should tell her boyfriend, the other girl's boyfriend, that his girlfriend's cheating on him. So I thought, it's your best friend. You are ride or die, keep your secrets. You're not going to tell your best friend's boyfriend that they're getting cheated on. That's what I immediately thought. What would you guys say?
Yeah, that's my thought too. That it's not her place to tell the boyfriend.
It's not her place. She said
you should encourage the girl, the best friend.
Okay, so Nick's advice was you tell her, tell your boyfriend, or I'm going to tell him tomorrow. Like I'm going to tell him.
I mean,
that's a very
Nick. That sounds like what Nick would do.
Okay. So I was like, oh, what? I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
I feel like it's not your place to. I don't think it would ever be my place to get in the way of someone else's relationship.
That's what I thought. Like it's her deal. It's your best friend.
I think I would express like, hey, this makes me really uncomfortable, and your boyfriend is getting close with my man.
Yeah.
And I really like that. And so I don't know. I'm just wondering, I guess my question, if I was that girl, would be like, do I tell my boyfriend?
So that was also part of it. Nick was really mad at her for not telling her boyfriend, because that's like lying within their relationship, is keeping that secret from him.
I don't know if that's lying by omission.
That's what I kept saying. I was like,
when it comes to somebody else's personal stuff, like if you're keeping something from your partner, then then obviously that's more like lying by omission. But I don't think
but you're keeping the loyalty with your friend and the trust in your friend's relationship.
Would you guys do that with me? I was going to say, like, do you guys tell Jared and Hunter everything? Like, what if it was me? What if I was the girl that was cheating on my boyfriend and we were all going on vacation? Like, would you guys tell Jared and I feel like you would tell Jared and Hunter.
I would.
Unless you specifically told me not to, I would. Unless you specifically told me not to.
I think even if I said don't, you still would tell Hunter. No,
in the situation in which we were both all going to be together soon, I probably wouldn't. Just so that like we could have a peaceful time that wasn't like altered by weirdness in the air.
Right.
Hoping that she would just come clean soon enough.
Maybe like after the trip she comes clean, or I don't know.
No.
I don't know about time. Yeah. Okay. She should come clean because obviously this girl's going to tell and all this stuff, but like the vacation does make it a little more interesting. Anyways,
it reminds me of
more muddy than
it reminds me of do you guys remember Something Borrowed? Like that was so messy.
So messy. Great movie.
The messiest.
It's so probably the most underrated rom-com, and I'm probably sure that I said that already on this podcast at some point.
I actually don't like it.
What?
It's too stressful for me.
Exactly. Like it doesn't give me the joy of a rom-com. It actually gives me anxiety. So I don't like, I think I've only seen it once and I don't really want to watch it again. And I don't like how Kate Hudson and Jennifer Goodwin. I was going to say Ginny Carpenter.
Okay.
I think Ginny Carpenter was one of my sorority sisters.
Oh, that's hilarious. What's up, Ginny?
I was just thinking of the G. Yeah, I don't like how mean they are to each other. It weirds me out. And like in Bride Wars with Anne Hathaway and Kate Hudson, it felt mean, but still like there was love under there. But I don't know, for some reason, Something Borrowed feels like there's like no underlying love, and they were really mean.
I think that in that movie, Jennifer Goodwin's character should not have been friends with Kate Hudson's character for a very long time. I think that was one of those friendships that you're like stuck in because like you've been together for so long, and then you're like, how do I break up with a friend of this long? But I don't think I don't think she liked her anymore.
I don't want to give away the ending for anyone, but does like Jennifer Goodwin end up with the guy that she liked?
Did she end up with Krasinski?
It's not Krasinski.
Oh, who was it again?
It's the guy who looks like Tom Cruise. Yeah,
she ends up with him.
Yeah.
Wait, Tom Cruise.
He looks like Tom Cruise.
Oh, I was like, Tom Cruise is not in this movie.
All right, spoiler alert.
No, he looks like this guy. He looks like Tom Cruise.
Jennifer Goodwin ends up with Kate Hudson's man.
Yeah. Why wouldn't she end up with Krasinski?
Who ends up with Krasinski?
That was like she didn't like Krasinski.
This is what's wrong.
That was a missed opportunity.
I don't know, guys. I really like that movie through and through. Maybe it's because this actually sounds a little evil. I'm going to say this too, though. It sounds a little evil though to you, though.
Okay,
I'm scared.
I'm very scared.
I'm scared right now.
I think I probably just saw myself in Jennifer Goodwin's character very much because like I feel like you were always the one that was so much better with boys, and like, you know, I'd be like, you know what? I'm too shy anyway. I'll just let her have him. I can't do it anyway. And that's what Jennifer Goodwin's character was always doing. She was like, she like kind of had a crush on him. Yeah. And then when Kate Hudson,
she didn't know him first.
Interest. Yeah. Then she was like, "Oh, okay. I guess I'll give up on this." And then is just kind of her like taking her power back. And I feel like probably because I always felt like you took the guys that we had mutual interest in. I was like, okay, it's her time.
Okay, I understand. You're an evil bitch. No.
Not that I would ever take some like your fiat. Like I would never, this is like totally an extreme.
Right.
So something borrowed was wish fulfillment for Ashley.
Yeah.
I think we have to dive deeper into this.
I don't think there's much deeper, but
there wasn't that many mutual situations.
Yeah, I was going to say, what mutual? I've never even heard of you guys having mutual.
I'm thinking Ashley Parker Angel.
Okay,
Aside
there's
from that
one.
one.
I'm thinking of Jesus.
The cruise guy?
Yeah. Well, I wish I gave him to you. Okay, I wish I fucking gave him to you.
Demoralized by like this shit. Constantly demoralized.
Can we hear more about Jesus on the cruise?
Oh yeah, Ashley, let's discuss it.
Lauren threw up in her hands in front of him, and I was like, "This is my opportunity to swoop in."
I fucking forgot that. Oh my god, suppressed memories.
I'll always remember that. I was like, wow, he's really not going to be into me, huh? He's just not ever going to be into me.
So after Lauren threw up in her hands, he still liked her.
He went to go save her.
I ran upstairs to go change and like wash my hands and all this shit. And then he followed me and then met me in the room.
Lauren, you represent to me... Like, Ashley, I fucking agree with you. Like, I was never that girl. Like, if I had done that, I would never have heard from him ever again. And like, girls like you were just lucky.
Well, I thought that too. Like, I thought that was definitely going to happen. I was like, okay, well, that was embarrassing. Because, hello, don't give me shots. They're going to come right back up.
This is when Fireball was like flowing through the country.
Fireball.
Pitbulls
everywhere.
I can't think of another guy now, which is absolutely ridiculous because I'm sure that they were like all over the place.
Is there a celebrity crush that you guys are both into? Like, if you guys were both in a room with Harry Styles, would these feelings come up again if he like paid?
I've lost all competition in men.
We've lost our Harry Styles hot. We're not hot for Harry anymore.
I'm not hot. First of all, yes, you are. Second of all, this is a hypothetical situation.
Yeah, hypothetical situation.
Okay, fine.
And I wouldn't say no to him.
So you walk in a room and it's just you and Lauren, and like Harry's talking to Lauren a little bit more or talking to Ashley a little bit more. Are these feelings like coming up for you?
I had a dream the other night and I texted Lauren as soon as I got up because in the dream, Lauren and I are both getting ready to go to the Met Gala. Okay. And
amazing.
My makeup wasn't done yet, but hers was done. And I knew that Joe Burrow was going to be at the Met Gala. Okay.
Is he going this year?
Probably not. No. And then, but he is stylish enough. So anyway, Lauren's done with her makeup. So she's like, I'm going to go. But I'm like, okay, Lauren, just like, if you see Joe, do not woo him. Okay. Do not seduce him.
This is still coming up for you in dreams.
See, look what this movie just brought up. So then I finally get done with my makeup. I walk into the Met Gala and I see Joe walk like right by Lauren. Like he's just so close. And I go, oh my God, did you talk to him yet? Did you meet him? And she goes, he gave me his number. And then I went to the bar and I like tried to maneuver myself next to him. And he like basically just walked away. He was like, oh, hey, what's up? And then like walked away.
Oh my God, that's your Joe Jonas story.
That's my Joe Jonas
resurfacing.
Story. Yeah.
Oh,
that was 1000% the Joe Jonas story. Yeah. But yeah, so I guess these feelings about Lauren really do linger deep.
I didn't mean to do anything evil, okay?
I can't think of anything that was like
you're just being
traumatizing except for the Ashley Parker Angel thing. And that was probably more traumatizing than the
What was that
Jesus
again?
thing.
I know we've said it already, but I need to be reminded of that story too.
So growing up, of course, I had a crush on Ashley Parker Angel from O-Town.
And now let me clarify here. Now he was never like that was like, oh yeah, he's the best one out of the bunch, but it wasn't like Ashley.
Mom used to say, your letters will be addressed to Mr. and Mrs. Ashley Angel.
Yeah, because you were 12 years old and mom was being ridiculous. Well, mom said that Ashley and Ashley Angel would be great. So then obviously I'll hook up with him one day.
So then one day he was playing Link Larkin on Broadway, and Lauren was wearing these boots, and Lauren and I did our fangirl maneuver where instead of waiting by the or I guess we did wait by the gate for a sign.
Stage door. And then when he like started walking, like he was out of the line and just started walking home, which I think we knew which direction he went in. I think we watched his behavior from multiple times. We already knew which direction he went in. So we were like, okay, when we know he's about to start walking home, we're going to walk in front of him.
We're going to walk right in front of him.
You guys are psychotic.
Just like a little bit in front of him.
So we wouldn't look crazy. We wouldn't look like stalkers.
Genius, but psychotic.
And then he goes, and I will remember this forever. He goes, "Dope boots," referring to Lauren's boots. And I was like, fuck, here we go. I'm kidding.
And then I was like, oh, I think you know my friend. And then we talked about a mutual friend. Yeah. And then that's how we did it.
And then we ended up going out with him that night. And then his friend, who I
actually, were you freaking the fuck out?
I was super duper excited and just like thought this was like, finally, my dreams are coming true, right?
This is Ashley and Ashley. You ordered stationery before
in hindsight,
Ashley and Ashley.
Yeah. Let me just get my calligraphy going here.
Let me get my stationery set to go.
But then, so we get there and he brings us to this, like what he says is like dope, trendy. He like used the word trendy and dope all the time. Mm-hmm. This burlesque club. And he's like, I know the owner. And then he sits down and
the owner was our friend.
Yeah. We didn't know him yet, Lauren. That was the first time we met.
No, we met him at Stereo, didn't we?
No.
We met him at
Lauren,
Stereo.
We had never met Michael. We had never met Michael.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. So then, and like Michael is this like hairy, like beard, like 5 inches long type.
In hindsight, I would have swapped very gladly.
Which hilariously, both of us at one point in our lives became obsessed with Michael and had massive crush on Michael. But at the time, I was so grossed out by the fact that I was being rejected by Ashley Parker Angel, and basically he was tossing me to his friend Michael, who, while like, he was trying to hook up with Lauren.
Yeah.
In which Michael was also trying to hook up with Lauren.
No. Michael
was all over me. All over me.
Lauren, were you blonde interested. Then?
I was the bleachest to the root blonde you could ever imagine.
I feel like that's why.
She had like the Pam Anderson vibe. Lauren, I'm just kidding. Lauren is at that time.
Lauren also has magnetic energy, and I'm fucking kidding. You're incredible and amazing, and a unicorn.
But then what about me? I don't have magnetic energy.
No, you are.
I'm not alluring. It's fine.
No, you are alluring. I'm saying when you look so similar, and one's blonde.
Can I? Yeah, and if you got a preference, can I just say, like, also being young and not giving a fuck about literally anything and thinking in your head you're the coolest person in the world may actually be a magnet, you know? But now today I'd be like, never mind, go on without me. You know, I'm just nothing.
But why? If you know it works, if you know that like loving yourself and knowing you're the shit is magnetic, why not just tap into that energy all the time?
I mean, yeah, I gotta search for it in these older days.
Yeah. What do you mean?
We have a hairstylist in the room, you know, so she knows what's good in life. And she came to us with this company. It's called Kitsch. We are now fans of it as well. Because they have these game-changing beauty essentials. They're satin pillowcases, so like your hair doesn't get all wonky at night. They have time-saving hair towels that doesn't like mess up your hair, and it's cute and doesn't keep falling down, and it's not too heavy on your head, all that stuff. They even have heatless satin curling rollers, so you can say bye to heat damage of, you know, rollers or the curling iron.
There was literally a TikTok video of people throwing away their $600 curlers just for Kitsch's heatless satin curling rollers. Yeah, it's like, it's amazing, and you can get it for a fraction of the price at $18. It's truly life-changing. Well, the reason why I love Kitsch is because I just love feeling pleasure and indulging in things and not spending a lot of money. And for pretty affordable prices, like morning, noon, and night, they have a bunch of products that'll just make you feel like you're indulging. I love their classic hair ties and scrunchies. But like Ashley was saying, the satin pillowcases are so incredible. It's vegan, cruelty free. And when you're sleeping, you just know your hair's not getting staticky and ruined, and you wake up feeling like Rapunzel. It's great.
I got the scrunchies because I'm a big scrunchie girl. I know Carrie Bradshaw would be so mad at me. No scrunchies, but they save your hair. They don't put a bend in your hair, and it like scrunchies are just more healthy for your hair because the traditional band will
which
rip
I'm playing
your hair
with
out.
right now.
Which you're playing with right now, and I can't believe I haven't seen one of those in years. Scrunchies is the way to go.
Really?
Yes. Anyways,
Yes.
right now Kitsch is offering you 30% off your entire order at mykitsch.com/getit. That is 30% off everything at mykitsch, spelled mykitsch.com/getit. That is hard to spell. One more time. That is mykitsch.com/getit for 30% off your order.
Wait, I gotta go back to that night for a second.
Ashley's
So
over
wait,
it.
what happened? Wait, what happened? Did he like ask you to stick around or like go to his apartment or something? Did he like?
I don't
scared.
remember, Ashley.
I think he kissed you that night.
Yeah, we were kissing all the time.
Oh, that night?
Yeah. I remember
Okay.
when we kissed.
And
I'm
then
scared right now.
And then I like sat there and then like I was like, and then Michael was like trying to become friends with me. And I was like, I don't want you, hippie.
Hickey.
He was very hippie.
He was a hippie, but like the thing is, he was a very wealthy, very smart, and little did we know, extremely alluring hippie.
Yes.
Sounds like my type.
Dude,
Yeah, he
Naz.
was so your type.
Nazareth. You
Lauren
would've-
sent me a meme. Lauren, what was the meme you sent me that I was like, this is my husband?
Oh,
I feel like I need to send her a screen. I need to, guys. I just want to throw this out there. If you live in the DC area, Michael is the owner of Ann
actually
Pizza.
not the DC, the world.
Okay, if you live on the East Coast,
He is the founder of
he's
Ann
the
Pizza.
founder of Ann Pizza. Which at
Yeah.
one point he said to us, "I'm working on this idea where it's like Subway for pizza," and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Wait, what's it called? And pizza?
And pizza. Yeah.
Whoa, I
like
gotta try
Amber
that.
stand sign.
Wait, do you think that
Ampersand.
Naz is supposed to be with Michael?
I don't
Because
know. Is
he's
he
like-
got a
Is
girlfriend
Michael
now?
single?
He's
I don't know
actually
if
the perfect combination for you because like wait,
a
Lauren's just like
second.
having this is it. This is the
He
moment.
Is so like
the moment.
like he's so like he's traveled so much and he cares so much about people and like fair
Yes.
wages and all this like
Yes.
good living and health and all this stuff, and he like went to Australia all the time for something and la 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 la.
Sounds
One
like
time-
an alignment of values.
but in the
Yes.
same sense, like isn't ridiculous.
But isn't
Is that-
ridiculous? Yeah.
That isn't
Like
ridiculous.
he owns a pizza chain.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. One time we were at his apartment. I don't know if I said this, but there was a bag of white substance. Did I say this already? And I thought it was
Probably,
a
but-
big
Lauren.
kilo brick of cocaine. So I stole it thinking that I would sell it.
This is what Lauren
Lauren,
was. This is what she was.
You really are just one of a kind.
So I took
Stole?
it thinking,
What if that was worth like millions and like
Exactly.
like
I was-
henchmen came after
I was
you?
like, wait, this could pay for so much. So I took it. And then I realized right when I left, it was a thing of sand from Australia that he wanted to keep. It was just a memorable brick of sand.
white sand. I
That's
think Lauren
fucking
rubbed it on her
amazing.
gums and was like,
I did. I tasted it. I'm like, oh,
Sand.
that's sand.
and
Yeah.
you're like, oh crikey.
Oh, shite. Yeah.
But wait, you guys, you know what? Full circle moment, which is really
Rubbed it
funny.
in her mouth.
I was like, yeah, is it good stuff? No, it's sand.
Funny
Sorry,
full story
Michael.
moment that I've
I gave it
told-
back. I put it back. I put it back.
Yeah, and sorry to Michael who's listening to this. Like, if anybody knows him and sends him this podcast, he's
Oh
gonna
my
be like, "What the hell?"
god. I'm crying. That's so funny. Lauren just putting fucking Australian sand in her mouth. Wow.
You guys, he's the same guy that I was wearing rolling with the homies panties with.
Rolling
With
with
the
the
homies.
These
homies.
guys like really
All right.
put a-
Anyways, we
I'm
hashed out
sending Naz's
Ashley
Instagram
Parker
now.
Ashley
I don't have
Parker,
my
you're
phone
great. We
near
wish you
me.
the best.
I don't
I
have
hope
my
you're doing really
phone
well
near
in your
me.
underwear modeling career. Okay.
What was
Yeah,
the
what
meme that
else?
you
Yes,
sent me, Lauren?
curious.
Let me see. Yeah, he looks like Jesus. Love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Is that
The
a
meme-
magnifying?
oh, my mom reads with this magnifying glass. So,
God.
just adding to the 90s kitchen.
computer kitchen and
Okay.
a magnifying glass. Wow.
The meme that I sent you, it was like a TikTok of a girl going out with this most pretentious guy being like, did you meditate for 50 hours today? And did you like drink uncarbonated beverages beverages that like, it was just very Naz, and Naz fell for it all. And that was so her type. Should I play it for everyone to listen to?
Is it TikTok?
It's a TikTok, but it's just sound.
I love a man's commitment to health, mental, and just all health in general. Why wouldn't you want that in a partner? That sounds incredible. Sign me up.
I hope.
It sounds like he thinks about his brain a little too much.
No, I like it.
Here.
Scale 1 to 10, how much would you say you know about renewable energy? Yeah, I'll just do a latte. Oh, wow. You remind me a lot of my mother. You're tracking your cycle? No? Well, you should. You absolutely should. I gave up formally working out a long time ago. I love to boulder now. Yeah, rock climbing. Yeah, kind of man's original workout. I can tell you don't have enough healthy fats in your diet, high quality fats. Fish oil. I think once you get that hormonal acne under control, you'll thrive. The most powerful thing a woman can do for her health is have an orgasm, right? I'm here to help. So I'm gonna first one to say it. I'm not perfect, right? I am not perfect. And there's a groundedness to that. Scale 1 to 10, how much would you say you know about renewable energy?
And there's a groundedness to that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm not perfect, and there's a grounded. Yeah. No, the orgasm's the best because that's such a California Venice vibe, But it's true. I actually think it's true. I'm into it. What I was going to ask is, I feel like no matter how many makeup wipes I use or makeup removers I use, if I put mascara on my bottom lashes, I will wake up with black under my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I scrubbed my eyes clean the night before, and no matter what, it's still there.
Is it waterproof mascara?
No. Am I just bad at cleaning my eye makeup?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
I get the same thing, but I stopped using makeup remover wipes, and it's been really nice.
So what have you been using?
I use micellar water.
Yeah, I have that, but I don't have the cotton pads because I don't like cotton pads. I feel like the little residue of cotton gets in my eyeball.
Sometimes it does.
Scared of using
I get that.
I'm
I'm not a fan.
I don't like it. What can I use instead?
I use the cleansing balm, and I just put the cleansing balm directly on my eyes, and I go circle, circle, circle.
They have reusable cotton rounds,
and I go circle, circle, circle.
Yeah, I've used the reusable ones too. Just put them in the washer. That's all.
Wow. Wait. So what was it like meeting Tom Brady? I can't believe I'm just asking you this now.
We haven't rambled since.
Have we not? Really?
We've not talked about this.
No, we have not. That's so crazy. I met him the day after our podcast that we last rambled.
Yeah. When you were here in LA.
It was everything you'd ever wanted to be meeting.
Did he know who you guys were?
No. I wouldn't even, I don't even know that. I would kind of think that was cool at the same time. I think that it was so cool that he gave people that, just were fans.
He was giving everyone very nice attention.
He's not in the world. Most people at that level of success aren't tapped into social media and the world in general.
People are like, did he knew who you were? That's why he stopped. I'm like, no, he didn't. And that's why I think it was even nicer.
Yeah. So what did you
shake
say?
Everyone's hand and look in their eyes. And
yeah, he really did. He was super personable. It's almost to the point where, there's two theories on this. One, that these people are such huge celebrities that they don't even realize that they're
larger than life.
Larger than life. Thank you. So they're not even affected by it's almost like they're so famous that it's not affecting. So they go up to everybody as if they're normal. Does that make any sense?
No, I get that.
Yeah. Okay. It's always the D-list celebrities that act like celebrities.
Exactly.
They're I require this and no one talk to me. And then it's always Oprah shaking everyone's hand and being like, hi, how are you?
Yeah. Or my other theory was that people with this kind of kindness and character are the ones that get so far in life. Anyway,
that's also true. Yeah.
So Tom was wonderful. And yeah, it was just it was 45 seconds. And that seems like such a long time in the midst of chaos and hysteria.
How did you know it was that long?
Because Lauren took the video.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. And he really took the time to listen and make eye contact and ask questions. And it was really nice.
What did Jared say?
He said, Jared is just I'm a big, I'm a big fan. Like he didn't like go like too much. He's like, it's just a pleasure to meet you. And then I said, thank you for making my husband so happy. And then Tom asked who this little guy was.
Like,
and we're
who's
like,
this little man?
Yeah. And we're like, this is Dawson. I was like, his middle name is Brady. And then, I'm sure at that point he was like, okay, these people, like, they should give them a moment.
Exactly,
I should give them a moment.
Yeah.
And then Jared said that it was his birthday. And I was like, yeah, and I can't imagine like a better way to celebrate his first birthday. And then Jared said something about Brady brand to him, the clothing line, because he was wearing it. And I think that was it.
Yeah, and they took a picture, and he was, thanks, guys. And
Brady
it was
was like,
great.
"Thank you so much. This is why I live in like a bajillion-dollar home, and it's because of you."
Yep, exactly.
That's
so what do you think about his thirst trap picture? Like, did you think it was a thirst trap, or?
I think they said, "Can you take a picture in your underwear for your brand?" And like,
and that's what he came
like,
up with.
"Oh, this is awkward." But then,
so that was his brand that he was.
I
wearing?
thought it was a bet.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bet he lost.
I don't think so.
Oh, I read fake news.
Oh, I'm not sure though. I might be wrong.
I don't know. I don't.
And then okay, so of all the celebrities that you've met, who do you think is the nicest? Because then I have to, Ashton and Mila are just, they're the best.
I love that they know who you guys are. It makes me so happy because I feel like you and Jared are Ashton and Mila. I would love to meet them. I've never met either of them. I don't think.
So warm, so personable.
I just interviewed
really crazy, down to earth.
I interviewed Keanu Reeves last week.
What?
Is it the first time? Because you've done it before.
So I interviewed Keanu Reeves over Zoom in 2020 for Bill and Ted, the sequel. And him and Alex, I interviewed both of them together. Such a lovely man. Like he's just it's so funny because he's a man of such few words that he's one of those people, Ashley, where you're like, or Lauren would definitely think this, where like when you're done, you're like, does he like me? I don't know. Did he like?
Does he have a crush on me, or does he not?
No,
me
like
as a person,
just as a human.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how I resonated as a human.
Yeah.
Because he's so introverted, but it's also like why we fucking love him.
Well, exactly.
Because
that is allure. That is mysterious.
And he's just like, I feel like he's like an oracle and just has so much. I don't know. He just feels like a unicorn, like so in touch with Earth and like such a kind human. The stories of Keanu Reeves, because you guys know I do extensive research before I go in and interview someone. The stories are insane. Like one time, first of all, I don't know if people know this, but he's donated like so much of his, like a lot of his salary from the Matrix he gave to the costume designing department and the visual effects department.
It's awesome.
He showed up to a rap party one time that was his for one of his movies, and the bouncer didn't know him, and instead of him saying anything, he goes, okay, and got in line with everyone else. Do you
that's so awesome.
The nicest person in the world that I can think of would literally be like, hi, this is my party.
Yeah.
So like that's
the nicest. Yeah.
So much to his character where he was like, okay.
Like, I guess like, this is the line, I guess. Yeah.
Wow.
He's amazing.
That's
and
cool.
Octavia Spencer, you guys can Google this. She literally has talked about back in the day before, we all knew her.
When
Octavia
she was the
Spencer.
grocer in What a Day with Ted Hamilton.
Yes. And she said that she was wearing a shirt with like no bra and like was going to an audition back in the day in a really affluent neighborhood, and her car broke down like in front of a cafe, and a bunch of people were like watching her and no one wanted to help her, and she would park her car under a tree where birds would poop on it. So there was like bird shit all over the car. And then all of a sudden, like a guy rides up in a motorcycle and goes, get in the car. She thought she would have to push the car and that person would like get in the front seat to move it. He was like, no, you get in the front seat. And it was Keanu Reeves. And he pushed her car out of the way. This man is like,
oh my
he's
God,
not only the patron saint of woe, he's just incredible. So I don't know if anyone's seen the John Wick movies. I interviewed him for John Wick 4, Chapter 4 with the director, Chad Stahelski, which by the way, Chad was his stunt guy on The Matrix. So it's so
God,
cool.
That's so weird.
Chad's like,
that's
he's
really
like
cool.
such an icon. And now he directs all these John Wick movies and action movies. It's so cool. They've been friends for so long. But, so Have you guys ever seen John Wick?
Jared
John Wick,
wants
definitely.
Jared wants me to see it so bad.
There's Belgian Malinois in it.
Well,
So
yeah, the only
that's
reason
why
I
it's a
could see
staple in our
myself
home.
getting into it is because like he literally goes on this killing rampage because somebody kills his
Killed
dog.
his dog. Okay, exactly. Ashley, that's what I was going to tell you. You would love it. Like he's a lovable assassin. Like
Yes.
that's Keanu Reeves. So the dog's name was Daisy in the movie. So when I showed up to the interview, I brought Keanu daisies.
Oh, that's cute.
Like I
That's
brought
so
him like a
cute.
bouquet.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, why are you the most adorbs?
I don't know. Because I love him so, like, I just love what he stands for, you know, and like all these stories of him that I was like, I feel like he gives so much. Like, I want to like give him something. So I had my florist make him a bouquet of daisies.
That's really cute.
But again, I don't know if he like liked me or hated me, but it was a great interview.
He did not hate you.
He's so effing, yeah, I say hate as an exaggeration. He did not hate me, but I'm just saying he's great. I love Keanu.
He is
Keanu's
great.
my Tom Brady, I think.
I get that. I respect that and fully get that.
And it's fashion. Like, it's like, if you don't know what to wear to something, watch The Matrix and literally wear that or wear anything Keanu Reeves wears in any movie and you will look the chicest.
What's his hair long? Because it's long always, right?
It's so long. And I'm like,
That's what I was going to
he
say.
knows
Would you guys,
what's going
what if he had short hair? Would you feel like he was so
There are
like...
movies with him with short hair.
I know, but I'm just saying when you think about like the replacements version of him or like speed version of him, you don't think of him as being like this.
Yeah. But he is Brad Pitt in the sense where he can have long hair and look hot and short hair and look so hot. Like there's, to me, there is no
answer other than long hair is great.
Right. And the fact that he has like, he's such a great head of hair.
Yeah, he's great. He's very, very, very nice. He also rides a subway all the time.
He's so cool. Okay, we're going to pause for a sec to talk about stress. Did I tell you guys the story of when I was gorilla trekking in Rwanda? I've now become that, first of all, I've now become that girl that like drops that all the time. Like, if I weren't me, I would punch me in the face.
Oh, no.
But whenever I have an opportunity, I'm like, yeah, so when I went gorilla trekking in Rwanda...
Nothing is better than when someone doesn't ask you any further questions about it, and then you just look so dumb.
Anyways, yes. Well, I bring it up for a reason, and the reason I bring it up is because when we got back down from the gorilla trek, the man that takes us up there, like the park ranger, I asked him, and he spoke perfect English. He's from Rwanda, and I was like, "Do you get stressed when, do you feel so much relief that we came back in peace? And are you stressed every day when you take people up there to see gorillas, like that someone's going to die?" Yeah. And he was like, "What's stress?" He didn't know the concept of stress. And me and the family I was on the tour with, we literally died laughing. We're like, imagine not knowing what stress is. Like, it's incredible. It's such a man-made thing that we have. Anyway, so we deal with it here. So I want to tell everyone about Next Evo Naturals, because when it comes to stress management, this is something that can literally change your life. So we've talked about CBD oil before, but I feel like that can really just not cut it for people. If you want to de-stress, sleep better, recover from an intense workout, Next Evo Naturals has these capsules, gummies, mints, topical creams, all different ways that just improve CBD's ability to be absorbed into your system in literally less than 10 minutes. It's amazing. Highly, highly recommend if you're someone that's super stressed.
Yeah, I was going to say the gummies that I took tasted great. And also you literally feel it kick in. You're like, that is the sleep that I'm looking for. That's the relaxation that I want. So that's the one that I've been using almost every night. Like I said, I think a couple weeks ago, I used Nexivo's gummies for sleeping, and it replaced my terrible habit of Advil PM. So thank you.
Yeah. So you guys, if you feel like, you just need a little bit more zen in your life, make CBD part of it, and try Next Evo Naturals, capsules, gummies, mints, topical creams, all that with Smart Sorb technology that is clinically proven to be better absorbed by your body. You can get 20% off your first order of $40 or more at nextevo.com/podcast and use the promo code GETIT. That is 20% off at nextevo.com. That is nextevo.com/podcast with the promo code GETIT. All right. We're back. And we all know that Naz has been a little bit more quiet about her personal life on this podcast, which we respect. We miss the old days.
We respect.
But we respect.
We respect.
So can you let us in a little bit on like some latelys?
Yeah, I can let you in on the trauma I've been reliving. It's so funny because I have recently realized in therapy that I have been avoiding a lot of dating because the beginning stages dating anyone are so hard for me. Because it's so unpredictable, and like if I don't feel safe, I like can't deal. And I feel like it'll affect my work. And you guys all know how much I love my work. So then therefore I'm like, this isn't worth it. I don't want to get to know this person. Like, for example, the day I interviewed Keanu, I hadn't heard from someone that I was like talking to, but it wasn't like nothing bad happened. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I just hadn't heard from them for a couple days. And I think because I've had so many experiences of men making a left turn and just like ghosting and, you know, just like going away, that I am like not okay. Like I kind of feel like I'm going to get ghosted or whatever. And it's all fine now. Like I eventually heard from that person and it was great. It's
it
like
was a
all
day
in my
after you had a freak out. It was like, great. Could you have just made me not freak out that one day? And then I would have been better.
But the thing is that like, it's not on anyone, especially someone who's like not my boyfriend to, do you know what I mean? Like I should be okay not hearing from people for a couple of days. If I didn't hear from you or Ashley for a couple of days, I'm not freaking out.
True. I know.
So I did therapy and I did like the deepest therapy I've ever done. And I didn't realize how unpredictable like the love I got growing up was, and like blocked out like something really traumatizing that happened to me that I don't even know if I told you guys this. I mean, it's not like a major trauma, but it was traumatizing to me. So my first dog, my parents gave away and they didn't.
I remember this. And we were like, what?
I tell you? They didn't tell me. I went to my neighbor's house. And then when I came home, my dog was gone. Like, because they knew that, because I guess they had the family that was taking the dog over. And they knew that if I was there, I would be like screaming, like, you can't.
Of course. Yeah.
Why did they get rid of it?
I don't know. And, you know, I'm like scared to like talk to them about it because it's like it's such a deep, like I was crying so much as if it had happened in that moment. And I was like, this is really good. I'm like moving this energy. But the point is that I don't want to share more because you guys know I love my parents and I'm not blaming my parents. Like they did the best they could. I'm just sharing that like recently I've realized how I grew up and I didn't know what I was going to get. Like,
yeah, because you left and anytime someone leaves, you're like, are they going to come back? Is my dog going to be there? Is that person going to be there?
Yeah, it wasn't even, it's like, it even goes down to like, I remember when we would have people come over and there would be so much screaming in my house to like get the house ready for people coming over. And it was like, really? Like, I was actually scared and I didn't know I was scared until now. I was like, oh, I was like fearful of like not having things ready. And then that night, guests would come over and my parents would be like, this is Naz. We love her.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
She's
oh
a
my
baby.
God, like that's so fucked.
Well,
like
maybe
I didn't know what I was. And that's why I'm so like I'm in unease. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, once someone's like, oh, I like you, Naz, like we're dating, I'm like fucking good. I'm like, oh, good. Or if I know I'm going to see you, like if you make plans with me, like a week from now, I don't need to talk to you the whole week. I'm literally 100%. Fine because I know I'm going to see
like,
you.
I'll just see you
That's
then.
the special thing. If you have plans at the end of the week.
I can live my life. I don't need to look at my phone while you're texting me because I already know. And I'm realizing now like how fucking I'm so proud of myself for I'm working through this and it's great. And that's why it's great to date because you can work through this stuff. But like, man, it's really fucking hard.
I know it is hard.
Do you think that it really is the dog or do you think there's other things?
No, I was giving another example of like when guests would come over, like it was a series.
But
it's just like the entire way I grew up was not feeling as safe or not in like any crazy ways, right? Like I wasn't physically abused by my parents, but it was just in a way where I didn't know what I was going to get.
You know, Jared's parents did that with him with a cat.
No way.
Her name was Lady. And then one day, Lady just went in the car with Fred and never came back.
But why don't parents like tell their kids before?
I feel like it was traumatizing.
I
think 20 years ago was a very different situation. I feel
pets. A different time for pets.
For pets. Okay, well, I think like even like 40 years ago was a different time for like a human to human, and then 20 years ago was a different time with like animals. I'm like, oh, it's just hard for us. We're just gonna get rid of it, and if I tell them, they're gonna freak out. So I'm just gonna do it. And then today, I would hope that most people would just be like, we're gonna have a conversation. There's too much going on. We can't handle this pet anymore.
Yeah,
so
like
I feel
think
like
parents
the conversations
are more conscious now of like kids' mental health. But yeah, I think back in the day, they're like, this will just be easier.
Yeah.
But to like take away something that I loved so dearly and to just leave and go to my neighbors and play with my neighbor and then come home and they're just like, it's like, what does Moira Rose say in Schitt's Creek? She was like, I'm gutted. Like I was gutted.
We don't watch it.
We don't understand.
How the fuck do you guys not watch it?
I don't know. Sorry, never saw it.
That's insane. God, that makes me mad. Wait, so what did Jared say? Did that traumatize him or no?
Well, he remembers it, and it's one of the few things of his childhood he remembers. It's like so annoying.
See, well, then his trauma, if he remembers it.
It's like we go to dinner, and I'll be like, I talk about how we went ice skating, and I was like, I used to go ice skating as a kid, and I have memories of this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I was talking about like my memories as a kid, and Jared like literally has none to share unless they happened on an athletic field.
Whoa.
Okay, yeah.
That's interesting.
I think it might be the way that like guys just bank memories differently. Like just certain things, like obviously stay with them. I was like, Jared, like what was your favorite birthday party growing up? I was like, I remember this one that my mom gave me, obviously, that she like went to all the Walmarts in the area and she bought all these smiley face stuffed animals. Because remember how Walmart used to have
that was their logo, the smiley face.
Yeah. So there was like 5 at one store and 4 at another, but she needed to buy as many as we had girls in the class.
I think,
so she bought 16, and she lined them all the way up the front staircase, and that was everybody's take home. That was her goodie bag.
You guys had such a good mom. Aww. That's so cool.
So like I was like, do you have like anything like that? And he like literally doesn't remember like any of his birthdays. So then I told Nancy. Because
Jared probably had like experiences like me where you fucking came home and the dog wasn't there anymore.
No. But I like, the other day, it's funny. We were at Valentine's Day dinner with like Jared's parents and then Shannon and Justin. And Nancy, yeah, a little bit. And then I asked her, I go, so what were Jared's birthdays growing up? And she was literally like, the end of the table, nobody listening to her. Going, when he was 1 year old, we had these people over, and then he got these gifts. And then when he was 2 years old, we had it here, and these people were there, and then it was like,
oh my god,
nobody
like
listening. And then like 5 minutes later, I look at the end of the table, and when he was 6 years old, we had.
Oh,
why is that so funny when people are talking and no one else is listening? It's so funny.
It's so sad, but like sometimes they fucking deserve it because they don't stop talking.
Lauren,
I'm like, read the room. I'm on a big read the room kick right now.
Oh my god,
bad.
People who can't read rooms.
Is that because you have clients in your chair?
It's a whole bunch of things.
Okay.
I can't imagine meandering through life not being able to read a room.
It is a skill that everyone must fucking learn.
I think it's like you're born with it or you're not.
I hope it's not.
Have I ever been in a room with you guys where I didn't read the room?
No, I don't think so.
I think I'm a pretty good read the roomer.
Am I an okay read the roomer? I'm overly cautious about reading the room.
Definitely. She's like, she'll get out of a situation. I was like, why were you so weird and quiet?
I'm like, you didn't see that happening?
No, but Lauren is hyper conscious, but Lauren has also the ability to misread a room.
Yes.
In what way?
In the way when Jonathan Van Ness fucking came over and we smoked with him and it was amazing and it was like the height of queer and he left, and you're like, he hated us, and I'm like, what?
Okay, but not in the presence of the company though. Like
Not
I
in
will
the
overthink
presence,
it
yeah.
afterwards, but I will
Yes,
have
yes.
a good time, and I'll read the room as the room is. But then afterwards, I will recap the room.
Yeah, then she always makes
Oh,
us feel
recap-
bad. Where
Inaccurately
she's always like,
recap.
they hated us, and it was like,
Okay.
wait, I thought I thought they liked us, and I felt pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Lauren would be like, no, we're wrong. We're
Yeah,
the
I'd
worst.
rather.
Lord, that means that you can't read the room.
No. I can read it.
All right. Well, guys, my kid is downstairs and he wants to see his mommy. Would you like to see him?
Yeah.
Yes. All right,
Okay,
guys.
well,
we're gonna go see the
leave all
Dawson.
you.
Well, we have
Okay.
video now. Everyone's gonna want to see.
Oh
Remember?
my God.
Really? All right.
Dawson
Well, if you want to hang
appearance.
around, but we'll end we'll end the audio podcast right now. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I don't get it.
Podcast.